Now, let's be honest. This episode that I'm about to cover is one of the best episodes in the entire Johto Journey season. That doesn't, however, protect it from the fact that there's so many weird and wonderful things wrong with it. So, let's not beat around the bush. Let's rip this thing apart. We begin today's episode with the narrator reminding us that Ash and friends have left the mysterious GS Ball with Kurt, the Pokeball expert. However, he neglects to mention that this is pretty much the last we'll hear of the GS Ball until the end of time. Now, I'm not saying the anime writers should break the fourth wall and join the episode to say, sorry, we just can't think of anything to do with the GS Ball now that the Celebi movie plans are in motion, but at least have Kurt say something like, oh, technology's just not advanced enough for us to figure out the secrets of the GS Ball. I think we're gonna have to wait many, many years to come before we can even begin to uncover its secrets. At least that way we'll have a decent canon bit of closure to the story. Come on, Pokemon, if I can think of that, you can think of something better. Use your noodles. Misty wonders how Ash can be so confident about his upcoming gym battle when he doesn't have Charizard with him anymore to steamroll through with. And let's be real, she has a fair point. Like, I understand that Ash wanted Charizard to stay in the Charasific Valley so it could get stronger, but it could have easily done that through just, you know, battling other Pokemon like every other trainer's Pokemon in the world does, especially when they're about to take on a bug gym where, as Misty said, Charizard would have been a massive help. That just stinks of Ash not researching the Johto gym leader's types before he left Kanto. Although saying that, shouldn't that info just be in Brock's Johto guidebook anyway? After the gang enter the Azalea gym, which Misty says looks more like a garden, we get this direct quote from Brock.
I know we're inside, but it feels like we're in a forest.
That'll be all the trees, mate. A bunch of bug Pokemon jump out and scare Misty, prompting her to scream that this isn't a Pokemon gym, it's a torture chamber. This kid then pipes up and says if Misty doesn't mind him saying so, her ignorance is showing. If she doesn't mind you saying so, of course she's gonna mind you saying her ignorance is showing. Mate, who do you know that can willingly accept how ignorant they are? Join us in the real world, lad. So this kid's name is Bugsy, and he's the Azalea gym leader, and of course specializes in bug-type Pokemon, thus continuing the trend of Pokemon trainers being tied to the Pokemon type that they share a namesake with. Now, I know Bugsy's name and type speciality is lifted directly from the games, but that doesn't make it any less dumb. Direct quote from Meowth.
And from the looks of this place, that gym leader's gonna use bug Pokemon.
From the looks of this place. Mate, it's basically a massive greenhouse. How can you be sure the gym leader will use bug-type Pokemon just by looking at this gym? For all you know, this could be a grass gym.
Well, actually, Liam, I think you'll find Bugsy already said he uses bug-type Pokemon.
Didn't say it to Meowth though, did he? After Team Rocket reveal their disguises, Victreebel randomly appears behind them. That's weird. Didn't hear its Pokeball open. They're quickly spotted by a bunch of the gym's bug-type Pokemon who proceed to completely envelop Team Rocket in String Shot. Yeah, because that's a perfectly rational response to an intruder. Most people would say just use a little bit of String Shot, just enough to restrain Team Rocket, but not the Pokemon at the Azalea gym. They go straight to suffocation, right from the off. Direct quote from Ash upon seeing this.
Hey, what's this?
Ash, mate, are you serious? It's clearly a Pokemon battlefield. You know, like the ones you've battled on countless times. You literally battled Faulkner on one of these 13 episodes ago. Surely you can't have forgotten what they are. As the battle gets ready to begin, the referee announces that each trainer will be able to use 3 Pokemon each. And it's at this moment that I rejoice. Because not only are we getting a proper battle for a change, we're getting a battle episode where most of the episode is taken up by one battle. Mate, it's been so long since they've done this. To paraphrase Palpatine, a WTF moment to be sure, but a welcome one. Bugsy asks Ash if he's ever heard the phrase, the trainer who learns the rules of bug Pokemon learns to rule the bug Pokemon. And when Ash asks who said that, Bugsy says,
Me, weren't you listening?
Bugsy, mate, that is some bottom of the barrel banter right there. Apparently Bugsy has shit chat. Pass it on. Direct quote from Misty.
I wouldn't want bug Pokemon on any part of me.
It's probably best you never go on DeviantArt then, Misty. Because as we all know, Pokemon Rule 34 has really not been kind to you, thanks to people that forget you're a 10-year-old. Ash sends out Cyndaquil to face Bugsy's Spinarak. Hang on a minute! Ash sending out a Pokemon with a type advantage from the get-go? Who are you? And what have you done with Ash Ketchum? Ash's Cyndaquil can't use its flamethrower attack until it's warmed up enough. Mate, that's not how flamethrower works. It's not like Solar Beam that needs a turn to charge. It's a single turn attack, so it's supposed to be instant. Direct quote from Bugsy.
Spinarak, poison string attack.
That's not a move.
Seriously though, come on Bugsy. How can you be a bug-type specialist and not know it's called Poison Sting? Ash swaps out Cyndaquil for Chikorita, saying it'll have to win on Guts alone. Mate, you have a Pikachu, a Squirtle, and a Heracross with you. Any one of those three would have been a better choice than Chikorita. It's like you're trying to throw the match. Even Misty, Brock, and Bugsy agree that was a dumb idea. Chikorita still has a crush on Ash, because apparently the Pokemon writers are just way too keen on this budding bestiality. Ash tells Chikorita to use Vine Whip, a move that is 4 times resisted by Spinarak. Look, I know he's supposed to have faith in Chikorita, but he could at least choose a move that has a chance of doing decent damage. After all, it knows Tackle. Bugsy's Spinarak uses its String Shot to swing itself from tree to tree. Alright, who had Bugsy Spinarak is basically Tarzan on their Pokemon anime bingo? Because I sure as hell didn't. Direct quote from Ash.
Now, stop that Spinarak with your sweet smell!
That's not a move.
Say it with me. Sweet scent. How hard is it to get these move names right? Was the usual English dub team on holiday or something this week? Ash finally asks Chikorita to use Tackle, and Spinarak goes down in a single hit. See, if he'd listened to me from the start, Spinarak would have gone down ages ago. Bugsy's next Pokemon is Metapod. Now, I'm sure you're probably expecting me to rag on Bugsy about this, or at least to complain that it's yet another Kanto Pokemon being featured in an episode of the Johto anime. But I'm actually gonna do neither of those things, because Bugsy having a Metapod is accurate to Pokemon Gold and Silver. In fact, apart from him having Spinarak instead of Kakuna, his whole team in this episode is accurate to the games. After Ash tells Chikorita to use Vine Whip, Bugsy tells Metapod to use Harden, which makes no sense since Grass-type moves are special moves in Generation 2. I guess maybe he's just playing it safe in case Chikorita decides to switch to Tackle Attack, which would be physical. I don't know, I feel like I'm giving Bugsy too much credit here. Speaking of credit, I've got bills to pay, so use code ACE to save money on Control Freak Performance Gaming Gear. Today I just want to show you guys the limited edition Black Galaxy thumbsticks from Control Freak. They're absolutely awesome. I'm using them right now on PS5 controller. They've got a mid-rise, which is helpful for more precise movements, and they've got this beautiful high-rise, which gives you so much more degrees of accuracy when you're aiming you know what the right stick does. I don't need to tell you. You know what it does in game. So yeah, go to controlfreak.com. Grab yourself some limited edition Black Galaxies and anything else you want. Just use code ACE when you do for 10% off, because it helps support the channel. And why wouldn't you want to support the channel? Don't be a dickhead. Both Chikorita's Vine Whip and Razor Leaf seemingly have no effect on Bugsy's Metapod. Now at first I thought this was just because Metapod resisted grass, so maybe it just wasn't doing much. But then Misty and Brock confirmed that, at least according to the anime writers, because Metapod used Harden, Chikorita's Razor Leaf attacks just won't work. Mate, that's how Protect works, not Harden. Bugsy tells Metapod to jump.
That's not.
Alright, enough. We've overused that today. Not like Ace Trainer Liam to overuse a joke, right? Shut up. Much like Bugsy's Spinarak, Ash's Chikorita is defeated after a single tackle attack. Ash's Chikorita is garbage. Confirmed. Direct quote from Ash after thinking about which Pokemon to use next.
Fine, I'll save Chikorita for later. I'll use Pikachu now.
Ash, mate, you can't save Chikorita for later. It's knocked out. It was knocked out literally moments ago. Try to keep up, mate. After hitting a tree and knocking a bunch of leaves down, Bugsy's Metapod seemingly disappears. Yeah, I don't know who needs to hear this, but Metapod can't do that. Like seriously, it's a Metapod. It can't turn itself invisible. It's not a Kecleon or even a Vaporeon.
Well, actually, Liam, I think you'll find Bugsy's Metapod only appears to disappear because it's moving so fast.
Pull the other one, mate. It's a Metapod. It's only got base speed of 30. Bugsy's third Pokemon is a Scyther. Now, I know earlier I was praising Bugsy's team for almost being game accurate, but come on. Could this not at least have been a Scizor? Like, don't get me wrong, Scyther's a really cool Pokemon, and it's always great in the anime, but I'd just like to see more Johto Pokemon in Johto Journeys. And particularly this part of the episode could have been written exactly the same, beat for beat, except with a Scizor instead of Scyther, and that would have been even more awesome. And with its 4 times weakness to fire, it would have made Cyndaquil's eventual win even more believable. Scyther uses Double Team as Pikachu uses Thunderbolt, and somehow Pikachu manages to hit all of the duplicate Scyther and Team Rocket, but not the actual Scyther. Right, so hitting multiple opponents with a single target move except for the target you want to hit? Ash is a hacker, but apparently a really bad one. Confirmed. Direct quote from Ash.
Don't let him fool you, Pikachu. Hit him all with your electric attack.
I said we weren't going to use this anymore today. All right, one last time.
That's not a
After Pikachu's knocked out, we hear this pearl of wisdom from Brock.
The match is tied at 1 round apiece.
What are you talking about, mate? No, it isn't. You're half right, the match is tied, but Bugsy's lost Spinarak and Metapod, and Ash has lost Chikorita and Pikachu. That's 2 Pokemon each. In what universe is that 1 round apiece? Right, before anyone says it, Scyther using Fury Attack on Cyndaquil isn't a WTF moment.
Well, actually, Liam, I think you'll find Fury Cutter is a bug-type move, which is resisted by fire-type Pokemon like Cyndaquil.
Now that is true, but as Brock pointed out, Fury Cutter's power doubles after every consecutive use. And Scyther knocked out Pikachu after several Fury Cutters. So if it uses Fury Cutter again at this point, it'll absolutely one-shot Cyndaquil, even with the resistance. Scyther uses Swords Dance to prevent Cyndaquil's flamethrower from hitting it. Yeah, that's just not how Swords Dance works, is it? Ash tells Cyndaquil to jump into the air and fire its flamethrower directly downwards onto Scyther so it can't blow it away. Now while that is a really clever play by Ash, Bugsy really should have told Scyther to move. I just find it so weird that Bugsy just let Scyther stay spinning on the spot when he could clearly see it was about to get torched. Mate, not being funny, but look at the position of Ash's fingers on Cyndaquil's back. Like, that Pokemon's back would be absolutely red hot right now after having its flames out for so long. How can Ash comfortably pick that up? It'd be like picking up a hot plate, wouldn't it? So Ash officially wins the Hive badge. Finally, his second gym badge. Hopefully they won't make us wait another 13 episodes or more before we see him win another. Wait, what? Bugsy hopes that if Ash ever comes back to Azalea Town, he'll give him a rematch. Mate, you definitely don't know Ash Ketchum very well. He's done what he needed to do in Azalea Town now. There's no way you're seeing this guy again. Ash and friends suddenly realize, after they've already left Azalea Town, that they forgot to pick up their Apricorn Pokeballs from Kurt. Mate, talk about ungrateful. Luckily, Maisie runs after them and gives the balls to them. Although, she wasn't carrying them when we saw her running up to them, and she doesn't have a bag with her. So where did she keep the Pokeballs when she was running after Ash and friends? It's probably best not to think about it. Now take a good look at the heavy ball that Brock chooses, because that's the last you'll ever see of it. Like, Misty and Ash both use their lure balls at some point, but I guess Brock just forgets he has a heavy ball. Maisie tells them that Kurt still hasn't figured out the GS ball yet, and that Ash and friends are welcome to stop by on their way back to Pallet Town. Brock thanks her and says they'll try. And that, my friends, was a bold-faced lie. Because in true Ash Ketchum and friends fashion, they don't even consider swinging back through Azalea Town on their way back to Pallet Town. They basically forget Kurt even exists. Direct quote from the narrator.
With his new Hive badge in hand, Ash and his friends take to the road again. One they hope will lead to the Johto League Championship.
I mean, he should probably think about getting more badges before he heads for the championship. You don't want to get turned away at the door. That'd just be embarrassing. So those are my WTF moments of Pokemon Season 3, Episode 28, getting the bugs out. Let me know your favorites and any that I missed down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Head to twitch.tv/AceTrainLiam for all of my live streams. And of course, use code ACE for 10% off the limited edition Control Freak Black Galaxies. And of course, become a member to help support the channel. But until next time, I'm AceTrainLiam. Keep on training. Outro's back by popular demand.